There are in existence many stories that warn against succumbing to vanity. Some believe that if you stare into a mirror long enough, your reflection will come forward and take your place. While this doesn't seem to be true, some people believe that when others change, it's because of this. Only one thing remains the same after your reflection has taken your place. Your purest intention can never be corrupted. While many believe that if your reflection were to come to life, they would be the polar opposite of you, this isn't always the case. One aspect of them may be different. A million aspects could be different. Their appearance, it is always the complete opposite of you. However, their personality, it's completely unpredictable. Look, no, I'm not saying that I'm scared to do this. I'm saying that maybe we should be a bit more careful. Well, I wouldn't say I completely believe those stories, but don't you think that perhaps because there are so many stories about this, they have some basis in reality? Well, no. I guess it doesn't necessarily mean that someone's reflection can physically walk out of a mirror and force you to take their place, but think about it. It would explain some oddities in humanity's history, don't you think? No, I'm not scared. Look, you know what? Let's just get this over with, yeah? What? Why me? Okay. Does the book say how long you're supposed to stand in front of the mirror for this to work? Okay. And do I have to stare at my reflection, or do I just have to stand in front of the mirror? Okay. I have to place my hand against it, stare into the eyes of my reflection, and... what was that last part? I have to call my own name? How many times? 6. That's rather odd. Usually when performing spells, you repeat something 3 times, 7 times, or in some cases 13 times. Does it specify why it has to be 6? Oh, it's double the day you were born. Well, that makes sense, since you're essentially bringing another life into this world. It would make sense that it would be a repeat of your date of birth. All right. And you really don't think that anything bad will happen because of this? Okay. I trust you. You know that, right? I really hope that you're not abusing my trust. Armin Arlert. Armin Arlert. Armin Arlert. Ah! It blinked. Is that supposed to happen? Okay. So, my reflection is supposed to start acting as its own entity? Alright. How many times was that? 3? Okay. I can do this. Armin Arlert? Armin Arlert? Ah! It moved! Okay, last one. You do know how to undo this, right? Just in case something does go wrong? You don't? Then why are we even doing this? Fine. Okay. Last time. Armin Arlert. What do we do now? Okay. Take 3 steps back. And we just wait? Does the book say how long we're supposed to wait? Just until my reflection comes forward? Okay. But what if it doesn't? Will they just be trapped there forever? It doesn't say? Oh, God. Why did I let you talk me into this?
Ow! I fell on my keys.
Ah! You came forward.
Oh, I didn't expect you to stick around for so long. From my point of view, you disappeared. I guess that's why you're supposed to take 3 steps back, huh? I could hear you, you know. Very interesting that you know so much about mirrors and reflections. You're the one who talked him into this, right? You see, because I'm his reflection, I share all of his memories. Yes, I know everything that he knows about you. I also know several things about him that he doesn't want you to know.
Hey, don't tell them those things. That's not relevant to what we're doing.
Oh, you don't want me to tell? Are you afraid of what they'll do when they find out?
No, absolutely not. If anyone is going to share that information, it ought to be me, don't you think?
Oh, not necessarily. You see, you said the purest intention always remains the same, doesn't it? It can't be corrupted by the power of a mirror. So that means that what is true for you is also true for me. So if I tell them about your feelings for them, I'm also sharing my feelings for them. And I have every right to share those feelings, don't you think?
I suppose you're not wrong. But don't you think that since this is our version of reality, I should be the one to tell them this?
Perhaps, but you've been waiting to tell them for far too long. I'm sure they're growing impatient. Aren't you, dear? Oh, so you don't know? You never picked up on his little hints? Well then, by all means, let me tell you. He and I are rather fond of you. In fact, you could say that we're obsessed with you, to the point that it's become annoying to everyone we interact with. Perhaps even you.
Hey! Stop talking to them!
I don't think so. Have you ever noticed how much time he spends with you? Have you ever noticed how bored Aaron and Mikasa look when they talk to him? It's because all he ever does is talk about you. Because he loves you so very much.
Shut up!
It's very rude to interrupt people. And if I recall, you're the opposite of me. You're far more polite. You don't interrupt people, do you?
I'm sorry.
Much better. Now, did you know that little spell you performed is actually permanent? Which means that unless you can find some unholy way to undo what you've done, I'm going to stay here forever. And since I'll be here a while, I could sure use some company. Perhaps you wouldn't mind? Oh, what else would I mean? Of course, I want to stay with you. In the romantic sense. You don't mind that, do you?
Huh? You're asking for my opinion on the matter? I want you to do whatever makes you happy. If this version of me is better suited for a relationship with you, I won't stop you from learning to love him, no matter what it means for me.
You see, you have his approval. What do you say, my dear? Will you be with me? What? You're denying my affection? You are rejecting my love for you? Oh, Mr. Whiskers, not now! Oh, pay that no mind, dear. It's just a little voice in my head that may or may not actually be a cat and not a normal person like most people have. Anyway, don't worry about him. He won't bother us at all. As long as you agree to love me. What do you mean you can't choose?
So, you somehow love us both? I don't mean any offense, but you and I just met this alternate version of myself. How can you truly say that you love him? Not that I think that I deserve your love more. I think I'm the one who deserves your love least of all. But unless you believe in that love at first sight garbage, how can you possibly love him already?
Oh, really? You're fond of the crazy ones? Well, trust me, dear. I'm crazier than I seem right now. And considering I just yelled at an imaginary cat in my head, that's saying something. But a moment ago, you said that you love the both of us. Does that mean that you're refusing to decide between the two of us?
Not exactly. What do you mean? You want to be in a relationship with both of us? As in, you'll always love both of us, and you won't just be dating both of us to figure out which one of us you love more? You'll love us equally? I wouldn't be opposed to that. After all, my purest intention is my intention to love you and protect you. That will always remain the same for the both of us. So, even though he does seem a bit out of it, I trust him to love and protect you the way you deserve to be loved and protected. As long as he's all right with it, I don't mind.
I suppose this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. After all, then you could have twice the love you deserve. After all, as I said, we are quite obsessed with you. We could show you all of the love and affection this world has to offer. Perhaps even more than that, since I am technically from another reality, one that mirrors this reality. If this will make you happy, my dear, I'll gladly agree to it.
All right. It's settled then. The three of us are going to be in a relationship together. May I? Or may we kiss you?
Brilliant idea. Ever since I learned about your existence, I've been wanting to know how your soft skin would feel against my lips. May we kiss you?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you.
I love you. I love you so much. I'm glad that I'm able to share you with someone who loves you just as much as I do.